Hi everyone, welcome to this video lecture. Myself M. Krishna, working as assistant professor in EEE department, St. Peter's Engineering College. Here in this video, I'm going to explain Delta Star Network. So, Delta Star networks are as follows. First one, Delta connection. Here we can see the Delta connection. It's like a delta in shape, and this is one resistance R1 connected between terminal A and B, and one more resistor is connected between BC, and third resistor is connected between C and A. Means if three resistors are connected like that to form a loop or closed path, we call that delta connection. If the resistances are connected like this, when we see the second figure, the resistances are connected like this. Resistance RA and RB, RC are connected one terminal at one place to form a point, a common point called a neutral point, and the connection is called delta connection, star connection or Y connection. And this we can be connected in different shapes, and not only these two shapes that what we are seeing in the slide, we can able to connect them in different shapes. We have to identify the shape of the connection in the network, whether it is a delta or star. So it is very simple method, simple way that we have to convert the delta values into star to calculate the networks in simple manner. Otherwise it's very complex to calculate the voltage across the resistance or current flowing through the resistances which are connected in delta manner, and having the more number of resistances connected in series and parallel combination. Mean to say, if there is a complex network, we have to use the delta to star transformation or star to delta transformation for simple calculation. Means that the replacement of delta or mesh by equivalent star connection is known as a delta star transformation. Here we can see this one. The two connections are equivalent or identical to each other if the impedance is measured between any pairs of lines. Suppose we are taking 1 and 2 in case of delta and 1 and 2 in case of star, that what we call the pair of lines. If we are going to find out the equivalent resistance or equivalent impedance value between 1 and 2 in case of delta, the same terminals which we have to consider in case of star to find out the equivalent values. Like that we are going to find out the impedance if it is impedance circuit, or resistance if it is resistance circuit. First what we are doing is we are connecting one voltage source, assuming that one voltage source is connected between for the delta connection. This is delta, this is A terminal. From this A terminal, in between B terminal, we are connecting one voltage source, assuming that this voltage source is forcing the current into the network like that, and here is a node. Through this node the current is dividing and coming back like this one current. The other current is flowing directly through R1 coming like this. Means that based on the division of current, we can say that R3 R2 are connected in series manner, and this combination is connected in parallel to the R1 like that. Means RAB means the resistance connected between AB terminals will become R in parallel with the R2 plus R3. With that we'll get this relation. After that we are applying the same voltage source across the star connection to the same terminals what we consider for the delta, A terminal and B terminal, and applying here also same thing. But because of there is no connection to that C terminal, no current flowing through C terminal, that's why the entire current which is entering into the star connection through A terminal flowing through RA and RB only. Thereby we can say the current is same current is flowing through RA and RB. You can say the both resistances are connected in series manner. The series equivalent value we are going to calculate in between RAB. Here in this case in star connection we can say RAB equal to RA plus RB. Means that these two are identical, and because we are applying across the same terminals, then we can equate them both sides. Then this will become RA plus RB is equal to R1 of R2 plus R3 upon R1 plus R2 plus R3. Like this we are getting one equation. The similar manner when we apply the voltage source across the BC of both delta connection and star connection, we are getting the equation like this as same as the previous equation. When we apply the again in between the C and A terminals, we are going to get one more equation that will become RC plus RA is equal to the R3 of R1 plus R2 upon R1 plus R2 plus R3. Like this we are getting three different equations when you apply the voltage across three different terminals, pair of terminals. These three are going to be placing vital role in getting the exact values of this transformation. Here what we are doing is initially adding 1 and 2, 1, 2 and 3. Initially we are going to add all these three equations. With that three equations we are going to get the equation like this. Then afterwards subtracting the equation 1, 2 and 3 from the equation what we got doing this. With that we are getting the values like this: RA, RB, RC. RA is equal to R3 R1 upon R1 plus R2 plus R3. And R1 this is RB is equal to R1 R2 upon R1 plus R2 plus R3. RC is equal to R2 R3 upon R1 plus R2 plus R3. Like that we are getting. Here we can see if R1 is equal to R2 is equal to R3, means the connector resistance all are equal in magnitude. Then this conversion having the resistance value is equal to R by 3 value, means the after converting the values from the delta to star, then immediately the transferred resistance value is going to be reducing 3 times as compared to single resistance value. Then next star to delta transformation. Once we got the equations for the delta to star transformation, then it is very easy to get the star to delta transformation. After getting this 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th like this 5th, 6th, 7th, 7th and 5th, means 3 pairs of equations what we got, we are going to multiplying them like this: 5th equation multiplying with 6th equation, 6th equation is multiplying with the 7th equation, 7th one is multiplying with 5th. With that we are getting equations like this: 8th equation, that is R1 R2 R3 upon R1 plus R2 plus R3. With this 8th equation we are going to dividing 8th equation by equations 4, 6, 5th, 6th and 7th separately, one after another. We will get R1, R2, R3 like this. R3 is equal to RA, RB plus RB, RC plus RC, RA upon RA. R1 is equal to RA, RB plus RB, RC plus RC, RA is equal to RB. R2 equal to RA, RB, RB, RC plus RC, RA upon RC. If the connection, if the transformation is like this, in case of star to delta, if all the resistors are having the equal values, then the star resistance will be equal to the 3 times as compared to the single resistance value. And there are some advantages of conversion between star and delta connections. The primary side is star connected, hence a fewer number of turns are required. This makes the connection economical for large high voltage step down power transformers. The neutral available on the primary can be earthed to avoid distortion. The neutral point allows both types of loads, whether the single phase load or three phase loads, to be connected at the point. Large unbalanced loads can be handled satisfactorily because unbalanced values are going to be earthed very easily when the neutral point is available. The star to delta connection has no problem with the third harmonic components due to circulating currents in delta. It is also more stable to unbalanced loads since the delta partially redistributes any imbalance that occurs. Apart from the advantages, there are few disadvantages for this transformation. In this type of connection, the secondary voltage is not in phase with the primary. Hence, it is not possible to operate this connection in parallel with star to star or delta to delta connected transformer. One problem is associated with this connection, that the secondary voltage is shifted by 30 degrees with respect to the primary voltage. This can cause problems when parallelizing the three-phase transformers, since the transformer's secondary voltages must be in phase to parallel. Therefore, we must pay attention to these shifts. If secondary of this transformer should be parallel with the secondary of another transformer without phase shift, there would be a problem.